welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Marina. I am a certified lash tech based in Toronto, Canada, and I like making lashing videos. And today we are going to be doing a wispy doll eye set. It's a hybrid set as well. And honestly guys, I am so happy with how this set turned out, so I wanted to share it with you guys and also help you guys achieve something similar to this, whether your client wants something maybe a little thicker than this, maybe something a little bit lighter than this, shorter. I'm here to give you some tips on how to achieve that but still really get that wispiness that this set has kind of displayed at the end. So wait till the end of the video to see the final results. But like always, before I get into my videos, I do want to say that everything I'm sharing with you guys is completely subjective. There are so many ways to achieve different looks. There are so many techniques and methods out there that I encourage everyone to go out there and continue learning, find different avenues of learning, because what works for me might not work for you, and that is completely okay. So getting into this set, it's a doll eye. If you've seen my last video, I touched upon my new technique with doll eye, where I try to be very minimal with the amount of lengths that I am using, because I don't want to, kind of sacrifice the symmetry of both eyes. So with less lengths, I find that it's easier to kind of map out and have it look more symmetrical for the end result. So I'm going to start off by talking about the lengths that I am using, which is 12 to 16. Now, when I say 12 to 16, 12 is only used in the inner corners of the eyes. The reason that I do this is because the inner corners are a lot more delicate than the rest of the eye. The inner corners are always shorter, sometimes even thinner. So for me, in comparison to this client, I have very short, fragile, thin inner corner lashes. This client naturally has thick, long eyelashes, so she can hold a 12. I can't hold a 12. So I would say for me, I would go maximum 10, maybe 11. This client, she could probably even go to a 13, but I always stay on the safe side to protect the natural lashes, because for me, as a lash tech, my main goal is to make sure that we're not feeding into these negative stereotypes about lash extensions ruining your natural lashes. If you go to someone that knows what they're doing, your natural lashes should never be sacrificed. It should always look good and healthy and grow out normally. So because of this, I do maybe about 7 in the inner corners just to, get rid of the small, fragile lashes. And then I start off by mapping out the rest of the eye, and that would go 13, and then I go 14, 15, 16, and then decrease again because I'm doing doll eye to the outer corner, and then I go 13 double D curl on the outer corner to make sure that we're tapering it off and giving a nice lifted look as the lashes naturally start to fall out. You don't want a droopy look. It's very, very unattractive in my opinion. I know some people like the puppy dog eyes where it's droopy. It's not for me and not my clientele either. So that's something to keep in mind. And so let's say you want to upsell your work. This is something that I always try to do. I know a lot of people, especially if they don't get lash extensions often, they might be kind of confused as to, how they're going. They might be confused as to what they actually want. So they might think that in a picture, oh, this is a volume set, but no, it's really a hybrid set. Or this is a hybrid set, but no, it's a volume set. And a lot of the time for me, I find in my experience, I get a lot of people being like, oh, I love this. Is this hybrid? But it's just a volume wet lash look. Then it gives me the opportunity, oh, hey, this is a great way to upsell my sets. So then I will tell them, it's a volume set and it will be more expensive initially for the first full set, but you won't have to come back as often. It'll still give you that natural look that you want, and you can also, have that density still, but as they start to fall out, it won't look as dense, so you can have the best of both worlds. Now you can obviously pitch your ideas to however you want it. I kind of recommend maybe practicing how you want to upsell your work, but always upsell, guys. Honestly, we're business people. We are in the service industry. You should always be trying to upsell your work. And then in terms of playing around with the density of these sets. So obviously this set is very long. She wanted long but light. That's what she said to me. Long but light. She wanted wispy. So I gave her length. That's why we went to 16 millimeter, but I kept it to 0.15 classic diameters because she wanted wispy. It's quite thin so that, you know, you're not going to be having too much thickness and too much darkness into the set. And I use 0.05 because it still adds a nice bit of wisp to it, still kind of glam because it's a little on the thicker side. However, if someone wants it even thinner, you could use 0.05 fans but use even thinner spikes, or maybe not lash every single eyelash, or I have seen people be doing this a lot, using 0.07. Now I don't use 0.07 often, but I can see how that can create a very beautiful hybrid look. A lot of hybrid sets are actually achieved using 0.07. The reason I use 0.05 is because I kind of like a fluffy look, but that doesn't mean that you can't achieve that kind of look with a 0.07 diameter fan. This set though is using all spikes. I'm not using one fan at all because of the fact that she was very particular in saying that she wanted something on the wispier side. So I decided, okay, everything is going to be spikes, and then we're going to add the classic lashes. It's going to give the look that she's looking for. I'll have another client that likes to get the hybrid, wispy, you know, wet lash mascara look. She goes a lot shorter than this one for sure, but she likes it a little bit more on the fluffy side, but still likes the fact that there are spaces in between these types of sets. What I mean by spaces is that if you're using all fans per se, you can see that it's darker, right? It's dense. Well, when you add spikes, it gives you those little tiny spaces, making it look like natural eyelashes, like when you're wearing mascara. And she likes that, but she wants it a little bit thicker and a little bit fluffy at the same time. So what I do is I add spike, classic lash, fan. Spike, classic lash, fan, and then I kind of alternate through that as I give her set. It comes out a lot darker, but also still giving a nice light fluffy look. Now that technique that I just told you about, the spike, classic lash, fan, that is also great for people who might not have as many lashes. So this client in my video had a lot of eyelashes, so you know, doing these spikes on its own still gave density, still gave like a nice darkness to it. But I have another client that when I did the same, you know, kind of technique, she said it was way too thin, way too light. So when she came back, I incorporated fans, and then she loved it. So that's how you can kind of play around with density. You can play around with you know, different diameters, because it'll kind of show you how and where you can apply certain fans and spikes to give a certain look. And yeah, and also obviously the set is really long, like I said before, so if someone's going for something more natural, you can still go just as wispy and just as beautiful, but a lot shorter, which gives a very, very natural actual mascara look. I would say these kind of look like falsies because they're so long, but it still gives a nice light feathery look, which I personally love, and she ended up loving the set at the end as well. So yeah, these are a few tricks and little tips that I would kind of share with you guys. And yeah, I also started using a new glue. It's from LASHGOD.ca or .com. She is Canadian. That's where I got my certification actually. It's a good glue, but I'm still about my FORABELI. I really do think it's a great affordable glue. I don't know, it's just always my go-to, and the retention is just so good with the FORABELI. So if you guys are interested, look at my description box. All the tools that I am using in any of my videos are all linked down below. So if you guys want to check it out, click the links, and yeah, those are the tools that I use. Anytime I'm gonna change anything, I'll either mention it in the video or I will link it below. In terms of the glue, I didn't link it below. However, just check out LASHGOD.com. That's LASHGOD.com. Great website. That's where obviously you can see my tweezers are from, and they have pretty good products. So if you guys are looking for a new lash company That's one that I would recommend. I also really like their tweezers. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate the love and support that I'm consistently getting with you guys. It means the world to me that I can help out in some type of way. And yeah, I hope you guys like these tutorial-based videos. If you guys want me to do a video on something specific, please let me know, and I will make a video on that. But I post every Sunday around 6:15. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful in any way, and comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to say something. Go ahead, leave a comment. Any engagement helps me, guys, and it means the world to me. So thank you, and I will see you guys next week.